All right. So I just received the package from PCBWay. These are the boards that I got assembled at the factory. And I'm going to be going over the stuff that I got in the package. And we'll see what the boards look like. I ordered the PCB. I placed the PCBWay order on the 5th of March. And today is the 12th of April. So it took a little bit over a month. But they have been very thorough with every little detail about the design. They even asked me about, they asked me to confirm the polarity of certain components on the board where it wasn't really clear to them if the polarity was correct. So they were very thorough, and sometimes I took a bit longer to reply because I didn't have time to reply to them in detail, and that also increased the lead time a little bit. But it's kind of expected. Around a month, that's what I thought it would take. And let's see what I got. Let's see if I can get the camera. So this is about time that I feel that I need to get a better video setup. I have this camera that is like mounted with double-sided tape on one of my instrument shelves. This is another piece of double-sided tape that wouldn't get away from the surface. There we go. Get that off. Looks like shit. Anyway, that's on my to-do list, to get a better video setup. Ideally, I want to have another camera, I think, so I can have different angles. But for now, this will do. The package comes with several of these. This is 2 boards packaged up. I have 6 boards. That's what I ordered, and it's three of these packages. And then there is a bunch of components. This is, I think, this could be the leftover components. I'm not sure what it is. I'll have to check the bags, exactly what this is. I think this could actually be the extra components that they have ordered, because it seems to me that looking at this, it looks like they order a slightly larger number of components in order to fit them into the pick-and-place machine. So even if they use only a few resistors, they actually buy a whole length of tape so that they can feed it into the pick-and-place machine. And I can see that some of the resistors here are it's both resistors and capacitors, and some of them are used, but they still have to buy a full bit of tape. And this is the kind of stuff that you find on AliExpress sold for pennies when you see like resistors of certain values, or like an array of different, like a package with different values of resistors, and then they sell you kind of bits of tape like this. This is all from assembly lines, the leftover stuff. So this explains why PCBWay takes a bit more for their components. They're a little bit more expensive, but on the other hand, you get a lot of components just delivered to you like this. Let's have a look at... oh, and there's another thing. There is also boards that... so because I assembled only 6 boards, they have also provided me with a bunch of boards without any components mounted, which is actually more than, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, it's actually 6 more boards. So this should, I would have expected to get 4, but I think I got 6 assembled boards. So I got two extra boards here, which I could essentially just solder myself, because I already have a stencil from GLC PCB, which I could use to solder these boards as well. And these ones are, by the way, much better quality than the ones that I got from GLC PCB. These ones are very shiny and very, very good quality. I think this is very good finish. It's not going to melt when I heat it up. It's not going to be as mushy when it gets hot. I think we'll have to see, but I'm pretty happy with this. I chose black finish for these boards. So let's have a look at one of the assembled boards. So this I assembled only some components that are essential for this project here. So I haven't assembled. I haven't included the EtherCAT on these boards because it just became a bit too expensive for making 6 boards, and I figured I could always mount the EtherCAT interface myself. So this is without certain components on the board, so bear in mind it's not going to be fully assembled, but it should provide all of the essential interfaces. So let's have a look. And also the connectors are provided separately. I don't know if they provided the connectors. They should have provided connectors, but it looks like maybe they didn't provide the through-hole connectors, or maybe I didn't order them either. I'll have to check my order. Or actually, they mounted them. Okay, cool. So the connectors are mounted. Oh, look at this. This is actually 3 boards. How many boards did I get? Like, what is this? Okay. So it's 2 packages like this, and the third one was the one that had unmounted boards. So it's 3 boards per package like this. Let's see. So let's have a look at one of these boards. It's looking pretty good. So let's have a look. So this is what the board looks like, and it looks very good. We could have a look at it with a microscope, actually, and see what it looks like with the microscope. Let's see how good solder joints they have on this board. I can see some little details which I do not really like, but we'll see if that's just an optical illusion. So let's have a look at this chip. Like, I can't be bothered to actually have this microscope on a stand because it's just easier to hold it like this. And I really need to clean up my table. I have so many things here. I need to clean it up. Have a look. Well, I mean that's good. That looks very good. Looks very clean, very nice. And do they have? So I had certain issues with the resistors, which didn't have solder mask, and I don't think they have solder mask here either. So this is just this is the same issue that yeah. This is because my placement was such that I didn't realize I was actually removing all of the solder mask there. So it would be nice to have solder mask between these resistors. Otherwise you get this weird behavior of resistors actually just sticking together on one side, because there is a lead there which tends to fill up with solder once you start soldering. So this was a little bit, this could have been done better, but that's my fault. But it looks good. I like this. I think this looks very good. So next thing would be to just power this on and see what we get. So I'm going to remove this Zener diodes. They're just, yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I chose too low rating for them, so they actually conduct a little bit while the board is on. So that was a mistake on my part. I'm going to remove them so that the LDOs don't get hotter. They get a little bit hot when the Zeners are there, because Zeners conduct a little bit. But beyond that, I think this should power on just fine, and we should be able to drive the motors with this. So motor connectors are not mounted because the motor connectors were the wrong part that I got from Mauser, and they don't really fit without cutting off certain, like the middle row of the pins. So I have only two holes here, which is the connector that I designed for. This was according to the datasheet. But the connector that is actually getting delivered when you order this particular part is a connector that has 3 rows of pins, so it doesn't fit out of the box. You have to like cut off the middle row of the pins to make it fit. But yeah. Oh, and this, by the way, this also has only one CAN port, which I should have actually ordered this with 2 CAN ports, without CAN FD, but with 2 CAN ports, because I find that it's just simpler to have one CAN port that is always master and one CAN port that is always slave. But I could modify my code so that I go after the address selector here to actually configure them on the fly as master or slave. So this is no problem. And the side of the board, it's actually a V-cut on the side of the board, so I can just break this off. Let's see. So this just breaks off, and then I get a very nice edge of the board. So this is just an edge to break off. So that's nice. I like this. All right, I'm gonna need to solder the motor connectors and desolder the diodes. So that's it for this video, but there will be more videos about this manufactured boards where I will show how they work out of the box, and if there are any issues, we'll fix them. Thanks for watching.